You ready to wrap this up?
I think so. My only regret is that the dog hasn't called us a fucking donkey at least once.
What?
I just want him to yell at us like Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, Jesus. I was like, the dog is going to be vulgar for whatever reason?
That's what I've pictured in my head this whole time, just so you know, is that the dog is Gordon Ramsay.
It's like, hey, we've spent like 10 to 15 episodes making the dog sound like Richard Nixon, so instead, why don't we say, hey, guess what? Fuck your mom. She's a worthless whore. Because we'll just make him vulgar for whatever reason.
I don't feel Gordon Ramsay would get personal.
I didn't know where you were going with that. It's like, why is he just going to call us a fucking donkey? This doesn't seem like it makes any sense. Alright, because I'm ready to be done with this, because the Richard Nixon voice, Sprinkles' voice, is hurting to continue for this long.
I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue.
You're a mammal. You're allowed to drink milk.
Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. Is it another dessert titty?
I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That actually is pretty awesome.
Fucking what?
This is like one of those complicated dishes you always see them do on like the baking shows on Food Network.
It's really only like 2 or 3 bites to consume.
But when they move it, you're like, is it going to fall?
Oh, like they can't move it. It takes like a team of 4 people to move it because if it goes even slightly in one direction, the whole thing just shatters.
Yeah, you always feel bad, but you're also waiting for it to happen.
Yeah, well, whether I want it to happen depends on how much of an asshole the team of chefs was.
It's Ashley.
Like it. Usually Ashley does like the really intricate things that almost always inevitably fall.
Yeah.
So you're like, come on, fucking fall, ruin these people.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece.
It absolutely is one of those.
Don't eat the food? At a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, Wendy McDolan? I told you, it's a display piece.
I want Sprinkles to eat it and just, like, stare at Ashley the entire time.
No, I want him to knock it onto the floor like an asshole cat.
Never blinking.
And then demand she eat it off the floor.
Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it, and did an extremely good job cooking it, too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to College of Eating, School for the Hungry. Damn.
Ashley, expelled for sass.
I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted. But don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral.
I'm suddenly with you, like, knocking it over like a really dickish cat.
Yep, just hard eye contact, slow push onto the floor.
Just, like, stare at her the entire time, don't blink, just...
And then demand she eat it or she's disqualified.
Oh my god.
If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified.
Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-face routine up.
You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. Damn.
And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone.
I like you, Ashley. This isn't the last you've heard of me either.
If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself.
You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together.
2 chefs.
What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese
has become something else.
Oh my god, it's that new bowl.
Oh my god.
This actually is really good.
Isn't this the thing that you bring? That you bring here like half the time?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the other bowl. It's not the mashed potato one. I didn't think this would be any good, but I was like, you know what? I'll try anything once. I never would have put chicken nuggets into macaroni and cheese, but it works.
You have to remember it's KFC. They put fried chicken in everything.
Yeah.
He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays.
Nice.
Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. and completely blow me away. In my 47 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced.
49.
Huh?
49 years.
What did I say?
47.
Did I say 47?
You said 47. I thought you were going to catch
Alright.
yourself. I had to call it out.
I think I was probably like reading the number and I thought, that's 7 in dog years. 7. 47. That's probably where my brain will go off on like strings of tangents.
It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the...
That is not how a class should be run.
I love that this game is actually just turned into an advertisement for the one new item on their menu.
That is not how a class should be graded.
You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass.
Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van Van and Ashley are... Even the?
The Van Van?
Even the Van Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Wow. This game is kind of talking
Copping it out there at the end.
Yeah, it's tooting its own horn kind of hard. Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on.
Miriam already got her groove on
What?
with the robot.
That's not... Are you saying that like all the jokes we made before about her banging the robot is just completely moot and all she did was dance with it?
Yes.
Because I feel like that would almost be slightly humorous. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive, high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy.
DJ Dog is in the
house. What?
You got more words there.
Ow, ow, aru. You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains.
I kind of like Ashley's casual outfit.
It's alright. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting.
No goes allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws.
I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me.
Oh, amusing.
And now that everyone is together...
It's the Spork Monster. He has totally mellowed out. I could have sworn he did that about 4 chapters ago.
Yeah.
Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster.
Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up in talking to Spork, Party Monster. Dejected, Student walks off.
Well, good. Van Van's not a murderer.
If it's on accident, that's manslaughter.
Okay, you're right. Sorry. How slanderous of me.
Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? Oh. It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason.
He's a king?
Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat.
A crown?
Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma. So we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean.
Gas.
So he basically paid his way in.
Yep. Oh, now I get it.
Money!
And we get a new wing on the school. Not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor and such and such.
the music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparkling and electrical hissing? It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance.
Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth.
Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing.
I am Clank. I am not of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension.
What?
What?
I actually feel like I knew it this whole time.
Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me?
I don't know what to say. Say no. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard.
I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird.
A portal opens up, and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Oh dear. Howdy, classmates.
That's just weird seeing him in casual
Yeah. I am not used to seeing him without the... See, I would think that they would just give him, like, the white suit again, but without the apron.
clothes. Yeah.
Because that was, like, what pretty much all he... Like, actual Colonel Sanders wore in his last 20 years.
Yeah.
This feels out of place. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end.
Question mark.
Inquisitively. No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Wendy McDolan, what are you doing sitting all alone?
Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, poke, poke.
I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities you would expect to find in such a lucky person?
Off the top of my head, I don't know. A spicy musk, tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few.
It truly is my lucky day. Also, before you click, have you noticed that the text box, or not the text box, but his, like, nameplate is a little off?
It didn't change color.
Yeah, it didn't change to
and
orange,
Colonel
and it's
Sander?
Colonel Sander. Ah, there we are. What? Oh, whatever. Would you dance with me?
Yes, I would love to. That was weird.
Yeah. Like, I looked at it, I was like, wait a second, because it threw me off for a second, because I haven't even been looking at the names, I've almost been going by the nameplate color. So when I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's not your line, wait a minute.
Oh, there it is, a minor spelling mistake on his last name. I knew this
Sure.
game was a piece of junk.
As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Wendy McDolan.
How sweet. We'll work together and play together.
Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself.
Wah, wah. But who will help you run your restaurants?
I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be? You found a love connection, but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef. Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur?
I suppose I could enroll at pastry school.
Oh, my dear Wendy McDolan, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end.
He's like,
It's done.
we can date, but don't touch my food.
Pretty much.
To be honest, Colonel Sanders is kind of a dick in this game.
Yeah. I feel like... I almost feel like maybe that was KFC kind of, sort of getting back at him a little bit.
Yeah.
With the whole, like, him trash talking the
Yeah.
line before he went.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, like, I feel like they had a good idea. Like they started off with a bunch of silliness, but like halfway through, it really felt like it was losing me.
Yeah, it was definitely hitting the "isn't that crazy" vibe near the end.
Like it's sort of like I mentioned this. I don't know if I've said this on the show, but I've said this like between episodes at least. Like if you remember the anime Excel Saga,
Yeah.
like its initial draw is that, oh man, it's so crazy, haha, it's hilarious, but like it wears on you after a while. So I don't know if it's just, you know, the game or the series itself is losing steam, or if you just become a little bit too used to it.
Yeah.
And any new stuff just doesn't have that same impact anymore. I mean, I'm reluctant to say it's bad by any means. Like,
Yeah.
obviously a good bit of work went into this. I just feel like the second half really didn't have that same impact the first half.
Oh yeah. And I've played a few of these kind of games before, and it really does take a lot of work for them to create characters that stay consistent to their character throughout.
Right.
A lot of times, near the end of these kind of games, especially the lazier ones that are just thrown together, everyone can just kind of all start to feel like a mouthpiece for the writer. And everyone just kind of blurs together.
A bit.
It's like, yes, I agree with what you said. Said I to you?
Wait, what?
Yeah, just the dialogue starts becoming stilted and...
Yeah, I think I'm lucky
rushed.
enough to where I haven't played many like really bad ones. Like the few visual novels that I've played have all been on the show, with the exception of like one adult one I will not get into. But yeah, I don't think we've played any genuinely bad ones.
Yeah,
on
and
the show,
everybody
so I
who
don't
worked on
just-
this should definitely be proud of themselves. They've
Right.
created something great.
Right.
But, I mean, it just doesn't quite mesh with our tastes in these kind of games by the end.
Yeah.
I like for my game to get more complex as it gets to the end, not...
And something go ahead.
It doesn't grow at all.
Right.
Everyone is exactly the same way they are at the end as they were at the beginning.
And even like the two villains like heel face turn was very shoehorned in.
Yeah.
Like, oh, everyone graduates. Oh, we're not evil anymore. What?
I even almost believed it for a second there.
Yeah. But the what we were saying between episodes, the choices don't really change anything. It's either the right answer or game over.
Yeah.
There's no like multiple endings or like I'm not expecting anything
Yeah.
major, but I don't know. It's not awful, but it's not great.
Yeah.
I would
I'm
say.
definitely glad this wasn't a paid marketing stunt.
Yeah.
I mean, I was happy that I paid for the box of cereal that my Chex Quest came in. But I don't think I would have been happy if
If you spent money on
they'd
this.
have been like, hey, if you buy this dish, we'll give you a CD-ROM containing this and 50 free hours of AOL. You
I
know?
almost feel like considering how much you order from KFC, you would have gotten it anyway.
Yeah, but it's one of those where, like, weirdly, I am the kind of sucker that would, like, try a new flavor of cereal because it came with a cool glow-in-the-dark spoon or something.
All right. Well, I think we've dwelled on Colonel Chicken's fast food commercial dating sim. Hey, why don't we? What about something a little more in the season of the year, the holidays, next time?
Elf bowling?
Yeah, that's it.